We're doing it again?
Sometimes I do that where when we start the stream, I just want to like see if you'll say something first. And so I just like wait, because like I always say something first. I'm always like, hello. Welcome back, us streaming
to Final Fantasy Fridays.
Final Fantasy Fridays, my favorite day of the week. But yeah, so sometimes I just say, and I wait and I look at you and I go so
hello, we're back.
Yeah,
on a Thursday,
streaming for Final Fantasy Friday. Basically, I did grind. So last time we were climbing up Mount Gagazet, and we got to this save point, and there's going to be another Seymour fight soon, and I was like, oh, I need to grind, because I remember this fight being particularly tough. Like, this was actually a pretty hard Seymour fight.
Yeah.
So I was like, alright, I definitely want to grind before this. So I did some grinding, and leveled up a bit, and we'll see how it goes, because this is still going to be a hard fight. But I'm definitely... God... I was like, I'm definitely... Oh yeah, and I got to the point where like all of our characters have their overdrives and whatnot. That's weird that she's actually quicker than Tidus right now. But I was like, I'm definitely going to be fleeing from battles, and of course the second I walk over there we get ambushed. Because I don't want to take, I don't want to be taking a bunch of damage before.
Even when you can cure between?
Yeah, because I don't, like, I want to go into this fight, like, maxed out. You know, I don't want to, like, have used stuff. I think the fight's, like, right here.
Yep, this looks like we're coming up on a cutscene of some kind.
Zanarkand is on the other side, you know?
I know.
Uni is gonna get the final Aeon, you know?
I know.
I know.
I still haven't thought of anything.
Me neither.
I know.
What are we gonna do?
We'll do something. We just don't know enough yet.
His muscles are
Until
like
we do, we
over
really can't
the
help,
top.
Let's go to Zanarkand.
And they're also just a texture.
We'll find something
Yeah,
there.
like I
It'll
feel
all
like
come together. I know
part
it.
of the reason they look
Hey.
too much is because of their
Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
flat textureness.
Star of the Zanarkand Apes. Didn't anyone tell you?
Aha!
I love them being in this environment where it's like super cold and they're all like...
She didn't die, did she?
Yeah.
I mean... Oh no, I asked that before. If Tidus was actually dead and this is like the hell or whatever,
You are not fighting
Yeah.
him alone.
and that's how he like
Just
got
go,
here
go.
or whatever.
Now,
He's dead though.
Yep.
prepare yourself, son of Jake.
Not if I can help it.
Save some for Kimari.
They're all like, we want to
Yeah.
kick your ass.
Yuna, it is a pleasure.
Man, if only we could fight him, all of us at once.
Ascending so soon? Allow me to say something to the last Ronso before I leave. Yours
The last
was
Ronzo.
truly a gallant race.
Did he fucking wipe them all
They
out?
threw themselves at me to bar my path.
Yeah.
After another,
After we finally meet them and he just like,
And he's just big saying like he killed them all.
yep, wiped them all out.
no.
Kimari.
What a
You
dick.
could end the suffering of this poor Ronso.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death.
So he's basically saying if they're all, if everyone's dead, no one can die.
Yeah, like no one suffers if everyone's dead.
Come with me, Yuna. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
Now, what do you know?
Pitiful mortal.
Titus, don't be an idiot. Or is it too late for that?
Your hope ends here.
See, like this construct thing comes up behind him, and he
Needless insistence with it.
just gets like sucked up into
Whoa.
it. Yeah, look at that thing. All right, so
And I love how it's like his little ass body is there holding a staff.
yeah.
Do you not want to heal Spira's sorrow? Let death carry you off into peaceful slumber.
You can't run from your fate.
All right, so I think I should haste first, and then do it on the second go around. So now he turns him into a zombie. So now Yuna can. Actually, I'd probably be better off if I let him do it himself. Or no, because he needs the action command.
What?
So she zombied him with that, or he zombied Kimahri with that
Right.
Lance of Atrophy, and then on his next turn he'll cast Full Life, which will one-hit KO a zombied character. So that's why we got those Holy Waters. So that we can use that and unzombify, but I also need to start protecting people.
You have angered Kimahri. The spirits of the Ronso will guide Kimahri's spear.
So yeah, that was pointless. Because I'm like, Kimahri, I don't attack with him, so there's no, that's why I was like, I don't know if I should do that, because I don't know if he's going to get a magic defense boost or not. Because a magic defense boost would be worth it.
But he got like a physical defense.
Yeah.
I desperately need a Q-tip. I'm going to be right back.
Alright, go for it. Oh dang, I don't have... I guess since I didn't use it right away, I lost the trigger command. So I think I messed up. I needed to do that first. Uh-oh.
What do you mean you lost the trigger command?
He doesn't have the... Because I hasted with Titus's first turn. I was like, oh, I'll use the trigger command on his second turn. Because I hasted everyone with his first turn, but now I don't have it.
Oh, for him to get a boost?
Yeah.
You know when you just have itchy ears?
Oh, yeah.
Just need a Q-tip to like itch your ears for a sec.
So yeah, so you cast Full Life and it doesn't do anything.
Oh, like not even...
We just went live. We just started this fight, but I kind of messed up because I hasted on Titus's first turn because I thought I'd be able to use his like talk command on his second.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh damn! I meant to protect him, not shell him. Damn it. Whatever, that's fine.
Do we need to start over anyways?
Well, we'll see.
Just let it get worse and then you'll pull the trigger.
Yeah, we'll see how we do.
Yeah.
I can cast Bio though, which I need to do, because Bio will poison him so that he can start taking a bunch of damage.
So we went and got Taco Bell for dinner. We haven't been eating out very much with this quarantine. But it was just one of those nights.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
suggested the Taco Bell, and we were like, let's get in the car and let's go. But it was underwhelming. Taco Bell.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, so I have Kamari. I can just switch Kamari out, is the thing.
Oh, and I'm just going to mention this for journaling's sake.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily want to have like discussions around it. We are in the midst of quarantine with the coronavirus, and this is just so that when Cole and I listen back to these
right?
years from now, we can be like, oh my god, do you remember that? So,
Right. Let's see.
anyways, I'm drinking my red wine.
Try and silence him.
I got that freaking barefoot. Did it work?
I'm doing good damage, actually, so this is nice.
Is he silent?
He's casting Protect on himself. See, now he takes 1400 damage, like, per turn. And also Full Life isn't doing anything. So he's protected now. I don't know if I can armor break him. No, he's immune to that.
He still took damage though.
Yeah, I need to switch in Lulu. Or I think Yuna has Dispel, so I don't know if that will cure him of poison though.
It might. I'd be.
Bring Yuna back in.
Cole was actually brushing up on like what this fight
No, he's still
Was-
poisoned. Perfect.
what this fight was gonna actually entail prior to diving in, because so you said this is one of the hardest fights in the game.
I do think this fight is hard, but I do think I leveled up well because he's taking a good amount of damage. Ooh, and I silenced him. That's good.
Sick.
Okay.
But
And I haven't
outside,
used any of my overdrives or like brought in any of my Aeons yet, so we're in good shape.
but outside of the game, I'm drinking barefoot red wine.
Yep.
got
And I got
it
a
for-
Modelo.
Got it for $5 at the store, and not only is it Modelo, but it is Modelo Negro, which is the better one, in my opinion.
I agree.
And we bought,
No worries, man. David's
It's all
playing
good.
Overwatch.
yeah, I could see Overwatch from the distance, but the other words were jumbles. And totally fine for you to just lurk, dude. No worries.
Okay, so now we need to take this thing out. His like body thing.
Oh,
Ooh, it. Nice. Alright, perfect. So now it heals itself and takes that from him.
okay, just like the last one did.
Yeah, let's bring in Riku. Hasn't been in yet, so let's bring her
But
in. Man, so this is where I need David to tell me what I'm supposed to mix, because I don't have any of the mixing things, because I'm like, I want to use her overdrive and go for a mix right now.
yeah,
Let's see. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
yeah, look it up, Will. Just be careful, because if David responds with the answer, we won't be able to see
I
it.
know, right?
But as I was saying about the alcohol, so like my wine was $5, so I got 2 bottles because I was like $10, hell yeah. And then we also, when we were at the grocery store, they had a 24 pack of Modelo for $25. And I was like, well, we should get that. And Cole was like, no, I don't really need beer. And I was like, well, I want to make bread.
Yeah, you want to make some beer bread.
And so with the bread recipe, it does call for a lager. And so I was like, and we like to drink this, and it's on a really good sale, so I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. And I was like, just over $1 per, like what is that, like $1 and maybe like 8 cents per bottle, so I was like, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different things we can do. There's Musk plus level 1 Key Sphere as a Calamity Bomb. I don't know if I have Musk. I don't even know what that is.
It'd be nice if things were in alphabetical order.
They are, to an extent, I think.
No.
Let's see if it tells us. I missed what was said because I went out of chat to look at something. Now the last message I saw is the sorry I'm in Overwatch. Because it's always like you mix like a level 1 Key Sphere and like something else. So I can mix a level 1 Key Sphere and something. And sleeping powder. Oh, I do have a Musk.
Do you have sleeping powder?
Let's see. Or grenade and HP sphere for chaos grenade. Ooh, okay. Do I have an HP sphere?
Yeah. You wanna try it?
Yeah, let's try that. Let's do an HP sphere and... Because I don't know if I have sleep powder, did I?
Or the white magic sphere, he said. One of those types. He'd go magic defense sphere and grenade.
Grenade and...
Magic defense.
Alright, cool, let's go for it. Let's do this.
Oh, that's a good point. Use a sphere that doesn't really immune.
Well, that did a load of damage. That was nice. We're
Some of
doing
the damage
really
does
well.
make a
He's
difference.
already down to like 19, and I might have leveled up a lot, apparently.
Yeah, you may have overdone it a little bit.
Because I'm like, this fight is really hard, but I'm just like, dude, we're just wrecking him.
Maybe you just remember. Huh.
His bio is just wrecking his business. We're getting totally annihilated anyway.
Dead. Dead. Arden's still standing.
How much? Oh, I don't know how much health he has left. Well, that wrecked us.
Doesn't it usually, like...
Yeah, let me switch. All my all my summons are in, yeah, I think I need a Mega because all my summons are in overdrive, but I want them to get experience from this. Oh, he's gonna start casting Flare now too, so that's gonna... Did he cast it on himself?
Oh, it was a failed Counter-Strike, so he meant to, like,
What the heck? Alright, now everyone's done something, so yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Yuna. And... well, she can just summon because all of they're all in overdrive. We'll only get one go at it. Yeah, let's summon something. That's a good point though that David brought up, because like if you summon something before it does annihilation, it'll just do annihilation on the
summon. Yeah. So your
and then your parties. I didn't know he was gonna do it because like it said he was preparing it, and I thought I just wiped him out and he just healed, so I thought we delayed it.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna do like a little charge up animation.
But we overkilled him with it. Dude, I don't even have to use people's overdrives. I mixed once and then used Bahamut's overdrive and we took him out. Heck yeah, man. GG. Easy. Easy. Seymour, get out of my face.
GG easy. Too easy for you.
That was a solid overkill by Bahamut.
Yeah.
Or Bahamut. Because that's
Bahamut.
apparently how it's supposed to be pronounced. We'll probably do about 2 hours because we just started, so we've only been on for like 30 minutes. So we'll probably go until like 10 or so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, see, I grinded so much actually that Titus didn't even get like a full level from that.
Yeah.
2 level 4 key spheres. I need a level 3 key sphere. Sounds good, man. We'll see in a bit. I really need level 3 key spheres, which I'll be able to get once we get into Xanarkin next, so that's good.
Oh, and we're gonna see Xanarkin.
Because I really need it so that I can unlock double cast with Lulu.
Lies. Forget them.
If he becomes Sin, Sir Jecht will be saved.
We're leaving.
You know something, tell me!
Oh?
Tell me.
Because they don't...
Sins.
No one
My
knows
old
this
man.
yet. This is like the big
You hit your
secret.
head.
Sin is my old man. My old man became
Because
Sin.
even the summoners don't know
I
this
don't know
bit
how or
about the
why he
final
did it.
Aeon.
I felt him inside.
Hot.
And when I
Ew.
did, I knew
That's
it
his
was
father. You're nasty.
true. My old man's spirit is suffering. Sorry.
Even knowing that Sin is your father, still, you know I must.
Well, that's the whole reason that
No.
he did it instead
Let's
of
get him. I think my old man
instead
will
of
want
Orin, is because he knew that Titus would come
Your
kill
own
him.
father?
that. Yeah, no problem there.
About your old man. You sure this ain't some kind of bad toxin dream or something? And Chapu,
Because they don't realize
I,
what sin is yet. Like, no
think I'll
one
just
still
pretend I didn't
knows
hear
or
nothing.
understands.
I'm getting a little confused, yeah? Why'd all this have to happen?
We'll learn when we arrive. Soon.
Yeah, because, like, Orin knows all the secrets, but he ain't telling.
He's forcing people to learn it themselves. The hard way?
Yeah, well, because... So, one of the first big secrets of the game was that, okay, in order to summon the final Aeon that can defeat Sin, the summoner dies summoning it.
Right.
But we still don't know how Jecht became Sin. So there's like an implication there of like why that happened.
Wait, the like final Aeon summon is an implication of like what?
Well,
Are you
why?
saying they're related?
Well, like why? So Jecht was a dude, right? A human dude, and they went on the He went on the pilgrimage with Lord Braska and Orin. Orin Orin is unsent. We know at some point
died.
Orin died, but he's basically strong enough that he's a fiend, but he's able to keep his human form. Like, he is an unsent being, same as Seymour. Braska defeated Sin. There was a calm for a while, like about 10 plus years or so. He defeated Sin by summoning the final Aeon, and Jecht became, when Sin came back, Jecht is now Sin.
Is it something like the...
So it's kind of like, why did that happen?
Is it something like the Guardians of the Summoner were never able to be sent because the Summoner dies? So then there's like one person left, and so Sin's like, well...
No.
Okay, so this is another question. Is Sin its own being?
What Sin is interesting. Sin is two beings.
Okay, so Sin is not a solitary being.
If you think of, like, us, right? Like, we have, like, mind, body, and spirit, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Why does Sin keep coming back? Like, his body is destroyed, but he comes back, essentially.
Well, so he's using hosts.
It's because, like, his... Exactly. That is 100% the case.
So... Are you telling me in this big old Sin, there's this little Jecht body chilling in the middle, like how Seymour gets a freaking attack? Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's literal or if
by
it's
his little, because
I don't know if it's literal
Seymour's
or not.
doing this
but yeah,
entire time.
we'll like when we fight Sin, we will see Jecht inside of him eventually. Like, you'll see Jecht, he's in there. Like, he takes a physical form inside of Sin. But yeah, Jecht is the host for Sin.
Okay.
Essentially. So you're correct there. Yes, that is the case. Jecht is
so
the host for Sin.
Was Braska a host for the final Aeon?
No. No, not at all. You're close, though.
So that's like a summoning... So it's just the cost of the summoner's life.
The summoner pays its life to summon the final Aeon.
The final Aeon.
And the final Aeon also needs a host.
Oh.
So, Jecht was the host.
Oh.
So, the way it works is... a summoner summons the final Aeon. They cost their life to summon it.
Right.
They also have to sacrifice one of their guardians. One of their guardians has to become the final Aeon, serve as the host for the final Aeon. The final Aeon will then destroy Sin. Then Sin's spirits will then hop into the final Aeon and take it over. And
so
it takes about 10 years or so for Sin to power up to full strength again.
So the final Aeon
is Sin. Is the thing. It basically,
so that's the whole fucking reason this thing keeps happening.
You defeat Sin with Sin, basically. It's like you defeat... Sin is an Aeon. Sin is a giant Aeon, essentially. Or his body basically is like a big Aeon. And so what he does is... his spirit, the spirit, which we'll learn what the spirit is, which that's hilarious too. The spirit, basically, so like the final the summoner goes, summons the final Aeon. You learn in Zanarkand. There's someone in Zanarkand who will teach us the final Aeon. Mm-hmm. The summoner, in summoning the final Aeon, will die, and the final Aeon will possess one of their guardians, and one of their guardians will be able to defeat Sin with the power with becoming the final Aeon, essentially.
Okay, so with the power of being the final Aeon,
Sin will be destroyed, but the spirit inside of Sin cannot be destroyed. And once his host is destroyed, he then hops into and possesses
a new host,
which is the final Aeon, and then he kind of just lies dormant. Basically that thing becomes dormant,
like
and it takes him years to recover his strength, but he always comes back.
Jesus.
So yes, you were totally dead on with the host thing.
Because that's what this whole thing has kind of like when. Yeah,
so
because
we got
it
our
seems
level 4s here, but we still need. I really need a level 3 to get in here for double cast, because that's gonna be legit.
So the only reason people don't know this is because everybody's dead.
Yeah, basically, like, I don't
Like
know. I don't know,
everybody
'cause
who knows that this happens is dead.
dies for it to happen. Like, I don't even know if the church knows this. Like,
Because I feel like, yeah, like to me, like if people knew that this is what was happening, they'd be like, oh, then we just won't send a summoner to defeat
well,
Sin.
the thing is, like, they know the summoner dies because the summoner never comes back. So they know the summoner dies, and they understand that, and it's like the summoner is a sacrifice. And they know that. I don't think that they know that, like, they don't know about the final Aeon and the Guardian and, you know, also being sacrificed.
That's what I
and being
mean. Like, I feel like if they knew that you are giving it a new vessel.
Well, that's the thing, is like, so that's the whole point, right? Is because the only way to defeat Sin, because this doesn't work, right? This doesn't work. If you summon
this is obviously not working.
summoning the final Aeon is like it's like GG easy. I can beat Sin, but it'll come back because he'll just possess the Aeon that I created, and then he'll come back. And so it's like basically what we're trying to do, because Tidus is like, we don't know how yet, but Tidus wants to find a way, and so it's like basically the way is defeat Sin without using the final Aeon.
Yeah.
Because if you defeat Sin and he has nothing to hop into, he'll be defeated, you know, essentially. But the problem with defeating him with the final Aeon is it perpetuates the cycle, the Spira, you know? It's
right.
like...
But then also...
So Seymour wants to become Sin because he just wants to be the big bad, and he thinks, you know, Sin is great and will destroy the world, and then he'll end all suffering. Like, he's one of those, like, unhinged bad guys who is like, by becoming a all-powerful being and destroying the world, I will have, you know, created this.
Well, because Seymour believes that, like, with death and being unsent, you'll never experience any pain anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if everybody's dead, nobody suffers. Basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, then yes, but there's also no one really around either then,
Yeah.
you know?
So that's kind of what we kind of got with that fight, and like Seymour saying, you know, like, come, like, the whole reason he's wanted Yuna from the beginning is because he's like, I think Yuna can do this, and if she can, I want to be her guardian and have her turn me into Sin. Basically, turn me, like, use me to summon the final Aeon. That way, when we defeat Sin, he'll hop into me, and I'll be Sin.
Oh? What?
So this is very key.
What are those?
What are those? Those are faith.
A summoning. Someone is using these faith. Someone is drawing energy from all of them.
This many?
So they're
Who wields
people?
power on this scale? And what could they be calling?
Hey, you know something, don't ya? Spill the beans.
Look not to others for knowledge.
Riku.
This is your journey too.
Uni might die, you know?
No. Arin's right.
Because Arin's like, I know, but what I know won't help you.
This is my story.
Alright, Ego Man. Because... Okay, so pay attention to this. Don't turn it up too much, because you'll get weird feedback in the mic. So he touched the faith.
Yeah, I see this.
And he's back in Zack.
Hey.
So this is something I didn't understand the first time I watched this.
Shh. Let me experience it. We can talk about it after.
We made it. We made it back home. And it looks fine too, so that's sick.
And it was by touching the faith.
Yeah, he touched the faith, and he warped into... So, and that's the thing. So, what did they just ask? This is where we started the game. I think this is Titus's helm.
What did they just ask?
So,
you mean like
what did they just... I think Lulu said it. Like, all these faith, like, powers being drawn from them. Like, who's wielding this power and what are they doing with it?
yeah.
What do the faith do? Like, what's the purpose of the faith?
I don't even remember.
You...
Remember me? We met in Bavel.
Yeah?
But that wasn't the first time we met. I've known about you for a long time. A long, long time.
I feel like I know you too. Where are we?
Silly, don't recognize your own home?
What's gotten into you? Hey!
Wake up! Wake up!
Wait, this is a dream.
No.
Precisely.
A dream? Are you crazy?
Well, kind of. Yeah.
I don't have time to be dreaming now.
You're wrong.
It's not your dream.
It's not that you're dreaming. You are a dream.
What?
Huh? Wait a sec.
Okay. So first let's dissect. What do the faith do? The faith sleep. They're in eternal sleep, and the faith dream. And what are the products of their dreams? The aeons. So inside each temple is a faith. You go and pray to the faith. The faith gives you the ability to summon their aeon. So basically, they dream an aeon into existence. And then, so an aeon is something that can enter.
So are the faith?
The faith are people. They're people that basically chose to become faith long ago in order to help fight sin. So they are put into.
So did they summon Jecht to Spira the same way they're summoning Titus to Spira now for Yuna?
Yes.
So they're manifesting
someone who doesn't exist.
Someone who doesn't exist. So Titus isn't even a real person?
Titus doesn't exist. That's why there's no time travel, there's no nothing. What do you need so many faith for? To create this, all of it. The entirety of Dream Zanarkand. It's all dreamt up by the faith.
To harvest dream people to put in Spira as guardians for a summoner.
To defeat sin, basically. It's all, everything the faith do is to try and defeat sin.
Okay, first of all, why do they have to go the most absolutely complicated route with this? Like,
I played this in the original game, didn't understand it. Brian plays multiple times, never understood what this section of the game is telling you. It's like, you're a dream. You're not real, Titus. Like, you're our dream. We created you. We dreamed you up. Everyone you've ever known. Your entire city.
But he's a physical manifest.
He's a physical manifestation. The same way an Aeon is. Like, Yuna can summon, Bahamut, and it comes forth into the real world.
So
he calls upon the
Titus is an Aeon.
Titus is an Aeon, yeah, basically. I mean, he's a physical form created by the faith. So is this entire...
What is this game?
This Zanarkand...
Wow, David left at a terrible time.
This Zanarkand, the way we're seeing it now, did exist.
So this is past Zanarkand prior to Sin coming and destroying everything.
Because there was a war in the past. The two great cities, Zanarkand and Bavel, went to war. Bavel still exists to this day. It's where the church is their seat of power. And Zanarkand was destroyed. Zanarkand was originally destroyed by Sin, which they said was like a punishment for, Machina. We'll learn exactly where Sin originally came from later. But what this is telling us right now, what all these faith are doing, is they're dreaming of Zanarkand. There are all these people who are literally just keeping Zanarkand alive in a dream.
So that they can use...
I don't know if that's specifically why. I don't know if anyone's ever come from it before. I don't know if that's why they're doing it.
But
I've never
both Jecht and Titus have been chosen.
Yeah, both.
And their father and son.
What happened is that this dream, because we know it's physical, right? It exists in Spira, in the middle of an ocean, in a bubble. So you can physically find where they put dreams Zanarkand, because it's not like an alternate reality or anything like that, because what the Faith dreams becomes real. So it exists in its little bubble. Remember, his dad was lost at sea? That's because Sin floated through the edge of it and like touched his dad and like drug him out into the main world. And in the beginning of the game, when Sin came and brought Tidus out, it was the exact same thing.
So Sin can
pop people out.
Wait, so if Jecht chose his own son to be the next...
Because Jecht went and got his son because he knew that his son would kill him. He's like, if there's one person who really wants to kill me and will figure out a way to do it, it's my son.
So there's still the person in it. There's still...
What do you mean, there's still what?
Like, there. Like, the person who is now Sin...
Your consciousness is trapped there, yeah, and has some control over what it does. Like, you can't control it and rein it in from killing things, but you can kind of direct it a little bit, it seems.
What the Christ?
So that's what we just learned, is that Tidus...
is a dream boy.
Tidus is a dream boy. He's from a... He's physically manifested by the Faith, all of his Faith, and he touched them, it just zapped him back there, because it's like, well, now I'm home. But I just learned that my home isn't real, you know?
I mean, what is reality? I mean...
Yeah, is this the real life?
Or is this just fantasy?
Yeah.
That's not how the lyrics actually go, but... Caught in a landslide.
So, yeah, like, he apparently lives on a boat, because it seems like a boat that docked here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, we can see it all in the background. Like, this is
there's
where...
all of Zanarkand, and there's a Faith standing on the deck.
Yeah, no, I saw him. I'm just walking around to see what else is here. But yeah, so the Faith dreamed up Zanarkand and everything and keep it going, essentially, as it was before Sin destroyed it. So the Zanarkand that we're about to go into is the real world Zanarkand that was destroyed by Sin like 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
But that's why there's no time travel, is because Tidus is not from that Zanarkand. He's from this one.
He's from the dream
a physical city that is dreamt up, manifested by all those hundreds of Faith that were keeping Zanarkand alive.
But basically...
Jecht got transported to Spira accidentally. It just so happened that he was out at sea in Dream Zanarkand when Sin, brushed the side of it or something like that. Because it's contained in the ocean, like out somewhere. And no one's ever come across it, apparently, in the last 1,000 years. And he got brought into, like, out of Dream Zanarkand and into the real world. So then, flash forward to he goes on the pilgrimage with Braska, learns all about all this stuff, decides to, sacrifice himself, goes on a big life-changing journey, becomes a better man, all that stuff. And then his plan is, I'll get my son to kill me, basically. He's like,
I've been a terrible father, I know he hates me and would probably love to kill me.
So it's like, I'll bring him. So then he hatches this plan with Auron before, like, when they decide who's going to be the final Aeon, he hatches this plan with Auron. I'll do it. Then we can go get my son in the future, and my son and Braska's daughter, they'll find a way to end this. Like, we didn't find a way to end this, but, like, my son and Braska's daughter will.
But our children will. So, okay.
Pushing your problems off on the next generation.
Right. So, this kid, the Faith...
He's a Faith, yeah.
We saw him in Zanarkand before when Tidus was heading to his Blitzball tournament.
Oh, like in the opening scene. Like
exactly.
He's so, like, you can't tonight, because he knew Sin was coming.
So...
When the kids asked, can you teach me how to blitz?
But yeah, but it's like... It seems like the Faith are also... intentionally, like, summoning... Like, Tidus seems intentional. Like, this was planned.
It might be. I mean, it's possible. Their goal is to defeat Sin. Like, they're essentially prolonged in an eternal sleep, never being able to rest, really, because Sin's alive.
Jesus. Long ago, there was a war.
So this is about to tell us everything.
Yeah, with Machina, right?
Yes, a war between Zanarkand and Bavel. Bavel's Machina assured their victory from the start. Spira had never seen such power. the summoners of Zanarkand didn't stand a chance. Zanarkand was doomed to oblivion. That's why we tried to save it, if only in a memory.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I don't know how I didn't understand this. Or like it didn't like click with me at all.
The remaining summoners and the townspeople that survived the war, they all became Faith. Faith for the summoning.
The summoning? You mean sin?
No. I mean this place. A Zanarkand that never sleeps.
What?
The dreams of the Faith summoned the memories of the city. They summoned all the buildings, all the people who lived there.
All the high-rise back.
They're all dreams?
I'm a dream?
Me? Too?
Okay, so he specifically said it right here.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, you're a dream of the Faith.
Wow, you missed that?
Your father, your mother, everyone.
I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me, I guess, in the time. I don't know what I missed. But...
And if the Faith stopped dreaming...
Maybe the scene was, like, added upon. So the thing is,
So if the Faith stop...
If they succeed, Tidus will cease to exist. Because he only exists because the Faith still sleep. But if Sin is defeated for real, the Faith will all be able to die. And if the Faith are all able to die, Tidus will cease to exist.
Because he's a dream boy.
So no matter what they do, Yuna and Tidus ain't ending up together.
So what if
Either Yuna dies or Tidus ceases to exist. It's a tragic love story.
I like being here.
We've been dreaming so long. We're tired. Would you and your father... Would you let us rest? Both you and your father have been touched by Sin. Sin, the one around whom all Spira, the spiral, evolves.
What are you saying?
What?
You two are more than just dreams now.
Wake up! Wake up, please!
Just a little more, and maybe... Maybe you are the dream that will end our dreaming at last.
Wait, so this Faith was saying that everything in Spiro revolves around Sin.
Yeah, basically the entire society has been warped around him.
Are you alright? Oh, phew.
Freaking Riku.
We were so worried about you.
You okay?
I'm
okay. Having a serious existential crisis.
Nothing. I blacked out. I was dreaming. You called me. And I woke up.
He's like,
Nothing like a good nap. Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Nothing weird happened. I didn't learn that I don't exist. Yeah, so I mean, that's what the Faith is beseeching him to do, is like, can you please kill Sin? Because we're tired of being stuck in a wall in like this eternal waking slumber kind of thing. Like,
shit.
So basically the options are, the only option where they can be together is they turn around and quit and they just live in this world.
Mm-hmm. Where everyone
with
dies.
Sin, you know, where everyone dies. Or they defeat Sin with the final Aeon now, at which point Yuna will die and someone else will have to become Sin. Or they find a way to defeat Sin for real, and Tidus won't exist anymore because he never really did. Because he's an Aeon. Or he is something manifested by the Faith.
Calling him an Aeon is fine.
Yeah, he's not an Aeon, but he is a dream of the Faith like Aeons are, and so
yeah. They're not the same thing, but essentially they are.
And so he'll cease to exist if that happens.
Oh, this is morbid though. Seeing just a bunch of bodies like hanging out of a wall. Ugh.
After a quick nap near the Faith Cluster, continue up the mountain into the caves.
Well, that's brushing off what just happened. Oh shit.
So yeah, I mean, that's really the revelation of all
So
this.
Titus is not real.
Titus, I mean, he's real in the sense that, I mean, he's physical.
Don't try and over-explain it.
Yeah, he has a form.
What the game is trying to tell you is that Titus isn't really real.
Yeah, Titus is created by the Faith.
Also, it seems like they put a lot of fucking work into just keeping Xanarkand alive when they could just, like, let it go.
Yeah, but they're people from Xanarkand. Like, imagine if your whole world was destroyed and they somehow had a magic to maybe preserve it, kind of, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And, like, you just lost your entire world, and it's like, but you're like, oh, we can make this sacrifice and we'll be able to...
Keep it alive.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Also, you're trying to tell me that, like, Bavel and Xanarkand went to war when there's a fucking, like, beast that'll come in and wipe everyone out, and they're just like, meh.
No, it didn't exist back then.
So Sin didn't exist when the war between Bavel and Xanarkand happened.
No.
Okay, so then...
So we'll learn in the future where...
Sin originated from.
Yeah. But yeah, so he did not exist back then. Sin was not a thing back when the war happened.
Wait, so the Faith are older than Sin?
Yeah, because they're people from before the war. So that's the thing, but like they said, Bavel was a huge Machina city too back in the day, and basically,
Bavel was, like,
but we see how
anti-
we saw how advanced what's it called, Xanarkand was.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they're saying Bavel was even more advanced than that.
Mm-hmm.
So
no time to waste. Let's go.
Basically.
Are you trying to tell me that, like, Sin is a manufactured thing from one of these cities?
Yeah. So, I mean...
Was Sin created by Bavel?
I don't remember if it was Bavel or Xanarkand, but yes, a summoner in one of these cities created Sin.
For the war.
I think it was Xanarkand. I think I mean, we'll meet her. She's still alive. And she'll tell her story.
Shit.
About how I mean, she's been referenced, actually. Seymour told us about her. Like, how he wanted to be... Was
it that sexy lady?
Yeah, like, he was saying, like, how he wanted to be, like, Lord Xeon.
Yeah.
To her Unalesca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Unalesca.
Unalesca was a summoner. I think was one of the summoners of... and she turned her love into a weapon to fight in the war. And it worked! It worked real well!
It worked
but it
too
turned
well.
out to be... So there's this thing, again, and I don't remember exactly how this works, but, like, we'll see it a bit later.
But that makes total sense, though. Like, all of this makes 100% sense to me, because this is basically like summoners were created as tools of war.
Yeah.
And they created basically something that was too strong, and it basically went rogue.
It's basically like sin is what you get from war, essentially. Like, this is your punishment, kind of.
But then because of the way this universe works, is like you have to sacrifice people to become these Aeons in order to defeat this thing that you had to sacrifice a person to become an Aeon, basically.
Okay, what does it say?
But Sin isn't an Aeon because he was created... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to let it explain itself more.
Yeah, well, because like I said, Unalesca's still alive. We'll meet her, and she'll explain more of the story and how it all went down back then. But yeah, I feel like they make it pretty clear because like you're saying like, oh, there's no time travel, and like I don't know how I missed this whole thing with like the faith and like I don't know, maybe I thought it was more metaphorical or something like that, and it's like no, the faith is being super literal like about it. Like it sounds like all dreaming and it's trippy and whatever. It's like no, the faith is being like hella literal. He's like nope, like we're tired, we dream these things into existence and
it's basically like using mental magic.
Yeah, it's like and we're tired of it,
it's like a weird form of like telekinesis.
Like you
where
and
like
your father can bring an end to this.
Yeah.
So we have to go this way.
Oh, weird.
How do I can't go down there? It says there's a star arm guard. I don't want that.
Damn. This is wild. What are you... What's happening? Oh.
This thing's just poison you and sleep you do all sorts of... I'm looking for... It looks like there's a thing there that I can't go into.
You might only be able to come up from it.
I don't know. It says there is a star arm guard right there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can get there from any other level.
Unless there's like another cave somewhere else that you can see. Alright, whatever. Let's see here. Let's fight this thing first. Yeah, so I don't know how I missed it, but it's pretty crazy.
Well, I think if you hadn't explained the faith to me before I had watched that and before you know, we talked about it, like, I would have missed it. Because, like, they kind of gloss over the faith in this. Because they spend way more time talking about summoners and talking about guardians and all of those when, like, they kind of bring up the faith as, like, oh, like, they're not even real people. Like, they're basically just, like, these weird beings in the sky. You know, I thought of it as, like, the faith being God. Meaning, like, I didn't realize... Well,
because I do think they mentioned that, like, because they call it, like, at the end, they say, like, oh, this is the Chamber of the Faith, you know?
Yeah,
and, like, there is a faith in there.
That could be literally, like, I don't know, that could literally just be, like, oh, it's a chamber of God, or it's a temple where you come in and you pray to the thing, and then, you know, like, it could be not a real physical faith.
Yeah, it's like there's a person in there, essentially, like a living being that is sleeping, and like in a perpetual slumber. Boom. Yeah,
this thing is so weird that it's basically like a sweet potato with teeth and a river inside of it.
Yeah, a creepy little plant creature.
Cutscene.
Looks like we got a job to do, yeah?
If anything should happen in the water, we're relying on you three. If it gets dangerous, pull out quick.
Ooh, pull out.
It just says, once your party reaches the underwater area, Tidus, Waka, and Riku will continue onward without the others. Let's see.
Why is it like they can breathe underwater or something?
They're good swimmers? Yeah, I don't know. So it says, at the opening... I don't know.
Wow.
Heavy stuff, right?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
So I think we just want to go left because that right fork doesn't go anywhere.
Little fishies.
Little poison fishies.
Oh Jesus, why did they get so many attacks?
I don't know, man.
Also, it's rude that there's 2 of them per group.
Yeah, right.
Rude.
Where are the antidotes? Oh, right there.
Or 3? There's 3 of them per group.
At least they're a little weak boys.
Weak boys. Do you know what's really unfortunate? This is probably gonna be weird. But like I have chest wrinkles.
Oh yeah? What do you mean you have chest wrinkles?
Like I have wrinkles on my chest already. Because I'm so bad at putting on sunscreen.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'm taking off a sweatshirt because it has been cold in here all day. But I must demonstrate that I have chest wrinkles. It's unfortunate.
Are you showing me your chest wrinkles?
Yeah. You see them?
No.
You don't? I see them every single morning. They're right here.
Oh,
Basically,
what the heck?
like
Apparently those guys are immune to water.
so, like in like the V-neck of like, you know how like a V-neck will like,
Yeah.
you know, sit like right under my the little, oh gosh, I can't remember what this is called, but it's basically the recess in between your collarbones attaching to your sternum. Like right under there, I have like a little V of wrinkles. And they're pretty pronounced, I'd say.
I need to switch out his weapon because... Oh, damn, Waka is hitting
Whose
like
weapon? Oh, Titus.
Yeah.
Because it's not efficient for
Yeah,
these
it's
boys.
not doing any... Those big, like, hornfish things, though, are,
Ramfish.
yeah. But yeah, these big hornfish have, like, water gems and stuff, so that's useful. Like, it's seriously,
What are
like...
water gems?
They're things that Riku can use, because it's like, that's something that...
Oh, like
you know,
items for her to mix things with?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's something that, that's something that I didn't, like, really... You know, I never really used Riku before, because I was just like, oh, whatever, Riku. But, it turns out, like, oh, actually, she's really strong.
Interesting that they would give you a character. And she would be strong, huh?
Well, it's just like I didn't know what she did because it's like she doesn't have magic, and she doesn't
She has
have
an
strong.
entirely different mechanic than anybody else.
Exactly, like so it's just like you don't really know like how she. So if you don't like use her and experiment with her, and you don't really realize how she works, but it's like you have to steal with her constantly in order to
give her new material.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like otherwise she just doesn't. Otherwise, she just doesn't have anything to use. And so you kind of don't realize what she can do unless you, like, use her regularly. But
yeah.
In the beginning, when you're just like, oh, well, she doesn't really do much in the beginning, and then you kind of just stop using her and you just kind of get used to, like, well, I guess I'll never really use Riku, because whatever, you know?
Ooh.
The first trial of Gagazet. Aim for the center with Wakka's ball.
Good luck. I hate challenges like this.
Yeah, so it's like... Oh, no, he's going to take a big wind up is what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's going to probably do it about like halfway through.
That didn't hit it?
Oh, because there's also a rotating in the middle. Did
That totally looked like you hit it to me.
What am I trying to hit?
Right, like what?
Yeah, I'm like, so it's going through the middle.
Do you have to hit the
opening of
blue
the shield
spikes?
rotates, press X to throw the ball through the shield and hit the glowing orb in the middle. I feel like I've done that twice now.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, it definitely felt like I did that 2 times before. A treasure chest appears in front of the shield containing a level 1 key string. Cool.
Nice.
I know, like, it's a good thing it said that, because honestly I would have never seen that.
No, I didn't see it either.
I can just never see the chest, like, I swear they're
That's
invisible.
true.
So now it says, return through the water to the area with the save sphere. The massive hole has been replaced with a stairway. Oh, is that what it is? And now there'll be a chest there?
Ah, that thing you were trying to get to in the first place.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's what it is. It's weird. I don't remember this area of the game, like, at all. Like I've only played this game once before, so I don't have, like, some amazing...
memory of it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are weird.
What does it say? Watch out when it starts glowing, it releases sonic waves after the third pulse. But yeah, like, I don't know why, but, like, we are in Zanarkand, like, right after this, and this is, like, a short area, but, like, for some reason,
Oh, shoot.
Dang.
It started hailing? Did you keep going?
In
Don't tell me you
SoCal?
kept going.
Jeez. Of course you keep going, obviously.
Duh. Your phone under your hat? That could not have worked. That didn't work, did it?
It's charging.
Was it the first one you tried? Under your hat? Because you wear, like, ball caps when you run, right? Like, you don't wear, like... Ooh, Wakka's not doing too good.
Yeah. It's like, usually I would just, in this situation, I would just
Under
use...
your shirt? Where under your shirt? It worked. My phone still works.
Sick.
Yeah, that was the point. So I guess you're good.
Getting water gems like crazy. Hopefully they're useful.
Oh, it's charging up. It'll release a sonic wave. You better wipe it out. Kill it. Kill it, kill it. How big was the hail, though? Was it not super painful to run in? Is it just like sharp rain, basically?
Sharp rain? I like the idea of it's sharp rain.
Like BB sized. Yeah, that's not bad.
While you were gone, we had the revelation of coming across the Faith and going to Zanarkand, and the Faith being like, "Hey, I'm tired, and you don't exist anyways. So, can you hurry up and defeat your dad so we can die?
Yeah, so we can sleep.
So we can rest." So that was pretty dope.
Yeah. It was quite a bit.
Yeah, and I was telling Jamie how, like, when I've only played through this game in full once before. It's only, like, my second full playthrough of Final Fantasy X. And the first time I played through it, I just didn't really get that scene, or, like, I thought they were being metaphorical or whatever, and I was kind of just like, oh, okay. And I always thought that there was still, like, time travel or something. And Tidus did time travel from the past, from before the war and before Sin. And then I watched this, like, or my friend, because I think Brian, too, who had played it a couple times, still also didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, he played it when he was a kid, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I played it, like, he played it a bunch when he was, like, in middle school and, like, high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's, like, kind of forgivable and stuff, but yeah, he sent me this video that was like, oh, this Final Fantasy X, yeah, see, he didn't know what the game was.
Yeah.
See, he did not know. None of us, like, it went.
Because nobody was paying attention.
Even though they were super literal about it, like, I feel like it went over everyone's head, and like everyone still thought, like, oh, there was time travel or something else happened. No one got that, like, oh no, there's this.
No,
dreams.
Tidus just doesn't exist because the Faith just dream up this entire city.
Yeah, exactly. And I watched.
And no one knows that it's because I watched a YouTube video about it. Yeah, it seems like people watched lore videos, and they needed someone else to explain it to them.
Yeah, and they explained,
it's like that's exactly what you did to me before I watched the scene where he says it word for word.
But yeah. Exactly, like, once you know what it's about, I'm like, that Faith guy is pretty literal. He was like, no, he's like, after the war, the survivors became Faith and dreamed up the city and...
To keep Xanarkand alive.
Are we still helping?
Oh, totally. And that's the thing, like, I was, so David said that, you know, it's a 40-hour-long game. It's hard to keep track of the story, and I'm like, oh, yeah, because, you know, I mentioned that, you know, they really spell it out for you, but Cole and I had a discussion about it prior to this cutscene with the Faith, and that was, like, Cole's like, do you remember what the Faith are? And I was like, no.
I basically
like going into this cutscene, I'm like, I don't even remember what these people do, and like, I don't know what this wall of bodies is, you know, and so
yeah. So then I gave her the refresher that I was like, okay, the Faith are people, and they're in a weird magic eternal slumber, and their dreams are what make the Aeons. Like basically, they dream them up into existence. And so I was like, so their power is to dream things into reality.
But yeah, David says, well, 20 hours if you're me, but...
Yeah, if you can beat it quick.
Bragging.
I don't know how long we are on this file. Does it say our playtime here?
There is a lot of plot. And there's also a lot of...
Doesn't say our playtime.
Oh. There's a lot of plot, but it's also like, they don't spend a lot of time talking about the Faith. And the way they refer to the Faith, like... throughout the majority of the game, I always thought they were like a metaphysical thing, like God. Like, I didn't actually think Faith were like physical humans in a location that you would find on this planet. Like, I never in a million years thought that's what the Faith were. Like, I always thought of it as like, you know, a god or a great spirit, or, you know, or whatever you want to call it. But I always thought of it as like a metaphysical thing and not something that was like a place you could visit and see them, you know? David says, I think it's just a really good take on the it was all a dream trope.
Yeah, right, because like it's a dream, but like the dreams become real. Yeah. Because Tidus didn't get it at first either, because Tidus was like, oh, I'm dreaming, and they're like, no, you're not dreaming.
Yeah.
You are a dream.
Yeah.
Like, we're dreaming.
This ends now.
He was like, oh, this is a dream. Precisely. And then he's like, and he was like, so then I just need to wake up. And the Faith was like, oh, no. No, you're not dreaming. I'm dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, and it is... I do think that this whole story is really cool because of, like... It has a lot of cool themes, you know? It's, like, kind of like religion being used to explain things people don't understand, and like the inherent problems of asking people to just believe, and like the weird power dynamics that creates.
Yeah.
And the idea of sin, basically, of this man-made thing that destroys us and is our own downfall.
Yeah.
This like father-son, like family abuse dynamics.
Yeah.
The tragic love story of no matter what they do, either Una dies or Titus stops existing because of that. It's like, but yeah, the Xander, exactly, like, he would have been contained to it, so like no one ever tried to leave Xanarkand and realize, holy crap, we're in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
Wait, why can't I go this way?
Because you're done with it, maybe?
It says... This map in the thing is weird. It says basically there's a return sphere down this way, which is really good. But maybe this will open later.
Or was it like an infinite expanse in there? No, Cole talked about it like it was a bubble.
Yeah, like
it was a bubble of consciousness that was laid on top of...
Yeah, because like I think in the beginning, like, don't you see Sin enter the bubble? Like in that cutscene, it's like basically like there is like, it's almost like he pops through like a bubble when Sin comes in the very beginning. I
don't even remember, that was so long ago. You have to remember we took a 6-month break in playing this.
Yeah.
So that was over a year ago.
Like the tents in Harry Potter, yeah. No, that's possible, yeah. Like within there was like the entire world, but like from the outside, it was like contained within a sphere.
Yeah, or like in the, I mean, this is parallel universe stuff, but like in, the Golden Compass and his Dark Material series, like there's basically like flat panes of existence that are doors.
Yeah.
That are like 2-dimensional in our 3-dimensional world. Or 1-dimensional?
Yeah, they were like 2-dimensional because it's like you could walk through them.
And you had to be facing them at the right angle. And so it could be that kind of thing where it's like only if you're in the right place at the right time will you encounter Xanarkand in this way.
Yeah, and I agree with David's theory. Is like I think that is likely that
Una was raised in a town made up of like 6 tents.
Yeah, that's true. It's like I do think though that is likely that the Faith actually did have like a whole other little world going on in there.
Very possible.
I'm trying to like flee from a lot of battles when we're oh dang, I didn't mean to attack him. Like flee from a lot of the battles when we're streaming and then kind of like grind in between streams basically. Ooh, that's my boy. Look at him hitting hard. Is that gonna I thought that
Yuck. I don't like that it's eye glows.
David, have you ever heard of...
Dislike this.
Have you ever heard of... Or I don't know if you told me about that. No, I was looking this up. Have you ever heard of, like, the Don Tonbury trick in this game? Because that was something, like... I was looking up, so I was kind of doing stuff. I was doing stuff with the sphere grid, and I was Googling, like, oh, where can I get certain spheres? And I was like, oh, where can I get, like, more return spheres or more whatever? And I was looking it up, and I was like, I was looking it up, and I was like, oh, how do I get more return spheres and blah, 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 all this stuff. And then, because I'm getting to this point where I'm, like, needing to unlock stuff and wanting to, like, move people around, because they're kind of reaching the end of their sphere grids.
Oh.
And so I was like, I was looking this up, and someone in one of these message boards was like, oh, you can get those spheres as like a rare drop from these enemies in the Omega Ruins and blah blah blah. But basically, what their advice was in the end, they're like, but honestly, they're like return spheres and like teleport spheres and all this stuff. They're like, it doesn't matter. It's way easier to just do the Don Tonbury trick and get like infinite levels, and just move them around the sphere grid manually. And I looked up, I was like, what's the Don Tonbury trick? And I looked that up and I was like, holy crap.
So what is it?
So yeah, so oh, not these guys. No, thank you.
Giant swan?
So the Don Tonbury trick involves the monster arena. You basically have to like get, yeah, like David said, you can customize weapons. So you set someone up to like on regular overdrive mode, where they can like get their overdrive, by they can get their overdrive by taking damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you customize like people's weapons with like converting overdrive to experience. And then basically like you have this dude Don Tonbury, and he like slowly walks towards you, and he only like counterattacks if you attack him. And so what you do is with one of your party members, you just attack him, then he counterattacks you and does like massive amounts of damage, way more than you have HP, which will just max out your overdrive, and any excess overdrive gets converted to experience. And then you set your other two party members to ally, which means they get overdrive based on their allies being damaged.
Oh.
And so basically everyone's getting like triple AP, and you're converting the overdrive to AP, and you basically like overdrive boost and experience boost and all this stuff, and you do this kind of crazy thing, and it's kind of complicated to set up, but it didn't really look that hard. It was like, I looked up a guide for how you do it, and it was basically like, it takes a little bit of going around capturing some monsters, but once you set it up, and then also, once you set it up, and
me for most things.
Yeah,
like,
dude, like you would be impressed if you saw like a little video of it, because it's literally just you fight this guy, and you fight him for like a minute, and then you flee from the battle, and you get 99 level ups for all your characters.
What? That's crazy.
Once you set it up, it's kind of bananas. I was like, this is broken.
That's why people use it.
Yeah. Like, I watched the guy do it, and I was like, okay, cool. So, like, he was doing it with, like, Lulu, and then, like, 2 other characters. And I'm like, okay, so Lulu died, like, 4 times, and then he fled the battle. And then it was, like, each character had 99 level ups, like, from that battle. And I was just like, what?
Yeah. You what, mate?
I'm not actually going to move Lulu for a while, because, so, right now, I'm at this point where Lulu's right here on her sphere grid. I have level 4 key spheres.
But not a level 3?
But not level 3. I used a level 3 key sphere for Arn, and I don't have any level 3. But as soon as we get through here, we'll be in Xanarkand, and,
there's another free?
And the Defender, I think it was saying, like, you'll get a level 3 key sphere as like a rare drop from like the Defenders, I believe. Like, and so if you overkill them, it's the best way to do it. So from the Defenders, and then also the boss, she'll drop as well.
She?
Yeah, once we fight Lady Yunalesca.
I was like,
Yeah.
It's like, we have a lady to meet.
So yeah, it's like if you get these weapons.
Is she gonna tell us more secrets than you've already explained to me, or
I mean,
have you explained all of it?
No, we don't know everything yet. She will. She'll explain like how the first summoning went down. I believe.
Cool.
I believe she talks about it.
Fucking psycho using her lover.
Yeah.
Fucking psycho.
Well, I mean, you do crazy things in war. It's like, it's kind of like in Game of Thrones too, like the story of Azor Ahai and how he stopped the Long Night by like creating a sword and tempering the sword by stabbing it, like the hot sword, into his wife's body.
Part
and,
of his
yeah.
lover's.
So it's like I feel like that's
still
I feel like using like sacrificing the person you love most to create a weapon to save the world essentially is kind of a classic tale.
It's called blood magic. Look it up.
I like Riku slowly swimming over to like
steal stuff from
yeah.
him?
It's really funny.
Like, la, 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 la. I'll take this, thank you. Yeah, like they're just standing there watching her like swim over.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically...
I also like these really weird, like, water mushroom glowy things.
Yeah, I know. This is a cool looking area. But yeah,
They're psychedelic, man.
Basically, with that, to wrap up that whole Don Tonbury trick thing, is like, if you want to do it, it's pretty much just time-consuming setup is what it looks like. There's nothing, like, hard about it. It just takes a while to set up by basically farming all the stuff you need to customize the weapons the way you want to customize them. And then it takes a while to unlock Don Tonbury.
Blitzball again.
Yeah, hit the 3 panels simultaneously. Check each size before deciding who to send. So it says swim to the end. Guide each of the character into the colored lights. The colors correspond to each character's color on the sphere grid. Green is Riku, blue is Tidus, and orange is Wakka.
Wow, I could have guessed that. She's green.
Well, yeah, I was just like, I wasn't sure what I was being selecting. So did I do it?
Yeah, did it work?
How do I did? Because there's a... I was like, how do I dive? There's a treasure chest down there now.
How do you div?
How do I div? How I div?
How do I live without you?
Oh, sing it.
I want to know.
Ow. I'm ambushed here.
Ow. Ow.
Can you not?
Ouch. I just keep making that song over and over again.
Made some soup and took a fat out.
Yeah.
There was this great thing I saw on Twitter, one of those like these edibles ain't shit memes. And it was with like Skeletor. Do you remember?
God, I
loved
loved that.
Dude, I gotta find that and send that to David because it was just so funny. It's like these edibles ain't shit, and then it's like 30 minutes later, it's just Skeletor like walking around doing something.
It's like him sitting in a chair. So it starts with him like sitting in a chair and like laughing,
and then everyone's looking at him.
And then it like shows a panel of people like looking at him.
Yeah.
And then like he stands up, walks away, comes back, sits back down, laughs again, and then it shows their face, and it shows like close-ups on like some people's faces.
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
And they're looking all shifty-eyed. Oh my god, it's so good. And then he's like rolling on a rug for a bit or something. I don't know. Man.
Yeah, check out that link
It's
I just posted
funny.
into the chat. It made me laugh.
Yeah, I take about 5 milligrams at a time.
I'm sorry, you do drugs? Oh wait, it's legal here. That's fine. Never mind.
We are in California, where it is legal to do recreational marijuana because it is not.
You can just have it DoorDashed here. It's pretty
dangerous.
wild. The future is now.
Drinking is far more dangerous than.
You should probably clear people of drug charges for marijuana.
Yeah, they should definitely do that. I know. I love how there's still. I say I love this, but that's sarcasm. Like, please understand.
Thank you for pointing that out.
But like, yeah, I think it's extremely frustrating that so many people are still incarcerated for like minor drug charges. While it's freaking legal here, and my millennial ass can fucking order it on my phone and have someone drive up to me, and I pay them with a credit card, and it's like a freaking yes, yeah, stupid. I'm just hoping that we can get a president that would make it freaking legal in all 50 states. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we have... And it's not just weed that's illegal. Like, they made cannabis illegal. And they've had to, like, work super hard just to get other hemp products, like...
Okay, no.
Rope?
Rope?
It's
Shooting
just
rope?
No, ew.
Oh, not that?
Ew. God.
That is my favorite.
Sometimes I can't freaking say anything around you.
That is my favorite phrase or like way to describe. Like when I saw that, I think I saw that on like a meme account.
To describe what?
To describe male ejaculation as shooting ropes or blasting rope.
Blasting?
And that
blasting is a phrase?
fucking kills me. Yeah, blasting rope, man. Just
Jesus.
Just gonna go shoot some ropes. Like
God.
It's the fun. Like it's just one of the funniest ways to refer to that ever.
Do you also flag your stream as mature?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you should.
If that's flagged as mature.
We're talking
about shooting rope.
Mature subjects here.
Mature subject, buddy. I want to see if that other thing, if I can go through this way now. Can I?
Man, I'm already getting hungry again. And I ate hella Taco Bell.
I need to get my soup.
Did you actually miss it?
Oh man. We were just
How'd you get my soup?
We were just talking about shooting rope.
What kind of soup? Jesus. What kind of soup did you make?
Return sphere, yes! Did they get rid of the double-decker taco? I've only had it
Is there
like
a double-decker
once or
taco? I've never even heard of that.
So the double-decker taco is kind of like the cheesy gordita crunch, where it's a crunchy taco, but on the outside it just has a soft taco shell with some beans in between.
Oh, so instead of
like the thick, like pita-like thing with cheese.
Basic ass lentil soup.
Some of Jamie's favorite. You love the lentils.
I love the lentils. Give me some beans,
Can you guys
bitch.
please stop getting preemptives on me? It's really annoying.
So 2 of the double-decker tacos and cinnamon twists. Dude, you used to get the freaking combo, the $5 whatever.
Forever they had the best combo that had a cheesy gordita crunch, a beefy 5-layer burrito, a taco and cinnamon twist and a drink.
A crunchy taco, mind you. So
it was soft. You could order whichever one you wanted.
Well, crunchy taco was better.
Oh, well, I prefer
Fight me.
soft. I don't like crunchy tacos, man.
Well, you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong, but you're wrong. Yeah, so then they replaced the gordita crunch.
Well, firstly, besides the fact, so it was like a $5 box. Here in the Bay Area, they were $6 boxes. But that was still incredible, given that a cheesy gordita crunch is $4 by itself. And I was just like, wait a minute. So I'm getting all this. Like, basically, the price, a beefy 5-layer burrito and a cheesy gordita crunch is $6. So you were getting a taco, cinnamon twist, and a drink for free at that point.
Basically, yeah.
Versus ordering them individually.
Yeah, so like, that was the thing Cole used to get. I was a pretty big fan of it too, not gonna lie.
It was just so cheap, man.
But then they were really affordable, and then you got a decent amount of food, so you could have it for lunch the next day.
Oh,
if you
yes, looks like I can. Screw you, Ochu, I don't want it.
But, since they got rid of what did they swap? They swapped something out, made it a chalupa box?
They changed that box, like, probably like every couple months they change it.
Well,
but I just feel like I was going to Taco Bell on the regular when they had that box.
Right. And then, you know, like, I've been kind of experimenting with getting, like, power menu stuff, which it's good. It's not great, though. But like I like the power menu burrito. It's
Obtain
just like a
pep
little
talk.
bit
What the
too
hell is that?
I don't know, it's a little bit too like bland for me. I am not a fan of the guacamole that Taco Bell has. I don't think it tastes good. And I also feel like sour cream just like is a little bit too much. Pep talk is a weapon for Waka, according to David.
Okay. Yeah, like in my guide, it says that makes sense because his weapons are all like sports related things. But in my guide, it says it's something called a star arm guard.
So if you've ever had their power menu has guacamole in it, David. Their power menu stuff. So I used to get the burrito, and then I tried the bowl for a while, and every time I ate that stuff, it became I was hungry. I was hungry after I ate them, so I was like, you know what, whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna get the fully leaded stuff then.
Full leaded
Not that
stuff.
like the power menu was like less calories or whatever. It was just like lettuce and tomatoes, you know, instead of like nacho cheese goop.
That's a good way to describe Taco Bell.
But yeah, so like I just kept feeling hungry after having power menu stuff. So this time I experimented with like dollar menu stuff because I'm like, well, maybe I can save some money. I tried the beefy Frito burrito, and what was the other thing that I tried? Oh, the spicy potato soft taco. I would probably be into the spicy potato taco if I could have it in a crunchy taco shell with more potato filling. Like, they didn't give me anything in that. And then also, we just got really subpar Taco Bell today.
Yeah, so like as we mentioned for posterity, is that we're in the middle of quarantine pandemic fun times.
Yeah.
So like the restaurant's not even open. You go through drive-through, and then like we're the only person in the drive-through, and we still got like shittily made Taco Bell, and I'm like, man, these are tough times. Like we count on these things, and like literally no one else was there. You couldn't have made us some decent Taco Bell.
Well, like, it's one of those things where it's like you ordered the chicken quesadilla melt, and like the tortilla isn't warm, and the cheese isn't melted inside, and it's like
In-N-Out sucked the other night. That's surprising too, because In-N-Out I feel like is one of the most consistent fast food places that there is. Like, they have such little variance. So if In-N-Out's bad, you know we're in the darkest timeline.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just all punch Riku in the face. Rude.
Yeah, especially because like In-N-Out sucking is something that doesn't happen, so you're extremely disappointed when it does happen.
Like, I literally think in my life I've had one like sucky In-N-Out. It's like, well, that's weird. Maybe they misunderstood you because In-N-Out burgers don't come with pickle by default, so maybe the fact that you specified no pickles, all they heard was pickles.
Yeah. They're like,
But I feel you. I hate pickles.
Fucking love pickles.
I know, Jamie buys pickles just for snacking.
Love pickles!
Yeah, I know. Like, we have 2 jars of pickles in there right now. Literally just Jamie's snacking pickles.
They're my snacking pickles. And I had lox this morning, and so I had I went to Starbucks, which is the biggest regret of my life, because it took me 35 minutes to get through the drive-thru.
35 minutes, eh?
35 fucking minutes.
Ooh.
That is ridiculous.
Those are a specific type of minutes.
I counted. Because I had to be working. And I was just like, oh, I'll just pop over real quick. It's no big deal.
Quick thing for David. I used a return sphere here. Donkey shoes.
Donkey shoes.
I used a return sphere to like here on RN sphere, and then I used I think this was a level 3 lock, and that's why I don't have any level 3s, because I broke through into basically the very end of Waka's, and that's why I just chose to I'm now going backward through Waka's sphere grid with Arin because he just kind of hit the end of his first. Waka's right there. He's nearing the end of his own, and then I figured like I'll just literally cross him. He'll just sit there and then start going through Orin's sphere grid after that.
Oh shit! I got work tomorrow.
Because it's not actually Final Fantasy Friday. It is in fact Final Fantasy Thursday.
No, it's Final Fantasy Friday, but it's Thursday.
Yeah, we're just having it on Thursday today. Because we don't.
The only problem though is that I don't think that we will. Now I will never want to play Final Fantasy on Friday just because it's called Final Fantasy Friday.
Because the
and
joke would be
really
the joke would be ruined if we played it on Friday.
Maybe the last time, maybe our last session we'll play it on Friday.
When is Tidus gonna get quick hit?
Bruh.
Is that at like the end of his sphere grid here somewhere? There it is, yeah, it's right at the end of his sphere grid. Quick hit.
Oh, it's Fin Fan Fry. And that sounds like some sort of barbecue dish, which is also cool.
Fin Fan Fry.
Fin Fan Fry.
Yeah, I get that at my favorite local restaurant, Fin Fan Fry.
Ew. Are you just eating fish fin?
I don't know.
That's what that would sound
like. It's just a
Fin Fan.
joke.
Fin Fan. Bruh! I know it's a joke!
So we're just getting here, and then I'll learn how to walk, and...
Yo! A cool thing that happened today was we got our engagement photos back!
They'll be upon us soon.
Really love the enthusiasm.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Sorry, there's a cutscene.
Strength.
Who is she?
Yunalesca.
Lady Yunalesca.
In Zanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
As much as Micah and Seymour.
So not.
I see.
Yeah, and me.
Lost your nerve?
No. Nothing frightens me now.
Braska would be proud.
She's like, I'm ready to die, bitch.
I must not let him down.
Honor bound, honor bound, honor bound.
Yeah, because she's sending something crazy after us.
The fuck? Mate?
So we have another save sphere and then a boss fight. And that'll be actually pretty good timing for us, because... yeah. That's not good. Is he confused?
Tidus, yeah.
Ciao.
Nice.
Wow, Tidus, can you not? Hit Tidus with it. No, not Waka. There you go. Oh, that didn't count as an attack, so he's not... Damn it.
Raw.
Can you not just crit Waka? God, Tidus, I'm gonna murder you. I think that'll finish him off.
Nope.
Why does that not unconfuse Tidus? Shit. Well, this is the first time I'm gonna game over. There you go. I just game over for the first time. Sick.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Usually I would just like switch in someone, but I was like, oh no, I'll kill them before. I was like, I'll kill them before I.
That was too funny.
My arrogance.
Yeah. In your arrogance.
I was just like, oh yeah,
That's
no,
hilarious.
I'll for sure like kill them before then.
Bruh.
I was like, the save sphere was like right there too.
That's too funny, man.
want to make sure that now
Damn.
I need to check and make sure I got those items because I don't remember when I saved. Yeah, no, I didn't. Whoops! And like right in front of the saves here. I was like, no, like I'll for sure just like get it.
Alright, dude.
And it's like,
Don't play it cocky this time.
Yeah, meanwhile, nope.
This game is so easy until it's not.
Right? It's like, because it's when you're paying attention, right? Because I'm just like, man, I got through like, I was like, I just wrecked through that Seymour fight that I was all worried about, and like literally only used one overdrive, and everything, and then it was like,
boy got cocky.
yeah, and then it was like, nope.
But that's the thing, you have to remember that the game just continues to scale. So like this stuff just gets harder.
Yeah, it does.
After, you know, even if you finish a really hard boss fight, doesn't mean that this stuff isn't going to be more difficult. Like, I feel like these are the grinding areas, so... Steal their parts. Steal their parts.
Yeah, that was a really funny way to die. Because also, I don't understand why those attacks, because you just have to hit him with an attack, and then he won't be confused anymore. So usually it's like bring in Lulu or Yuna and just use a physical attack because their attack will do like 30 damage to him.
Yeah.
And then you're fine. But also an enemy's attack hitting them will also unconfuse them.
But that fire
But I
attack
guess that
wasn't
fireball didn't count as...
Didn't count as an attack.
Yeah.
So what is up with this Mega Fawn?
Giant fawn. It is a... This doesn't have like the little thing that tells you what all the enemies are in the area in the beginning of it.
I was gonna give your shoulder a little bite, and then I remembered that I can't do that.
Because I got a sick tattoo. I got, a little while back, I got a new tattoo, and it's still in the, healing process.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a Kingdom Hearts tattoo.
Yeah, boy!
Alright, these opened. Alright, that's opened apparently. I did save there. I just love watching her slowly swim over, steal it, and then slowly swim back. Like, it doesn't even show you. It's like, no.
Charging!
I'm
just gonna do a Sonic Wave.
I'm just gonna flee it. I just steal with her because it's good to steal all the stuff. Like, I'm getting those water gems and stuff so I can do water attacks with her. Alright, I'm gonna go back, save... No, I don't need to go back and save. I won't game over. I'm good. I'm fine. There's another save sphere, like, right ahead right here.
Don't get too cocky, boyo.
Don't get cocky, kid. Like, there's another one, like, right here.
Don't get kid cocky. I said that because it was the opposite.
Yeah.
You just had literally no response, so
I
was like,
I gotcha.
Alright.
Sick joke, huh?
I was like, this makes me feel weird. I also think Riku's like ending animation is hilarious. She's so twitchy. She's like, huh.
Yeah, it is.
It's like very unnatural.
It's not necessarily super weird in itself. It's more the twitchiness of it that's super weird.
Because it kind of looks like she's trying to be like, what?
Yeah,
you know?
just kind of like,
Yeah.
Like, suck it kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
but
just like the
she's
jerkiness
so,
of it that's weird.
Yeah, she's so...
It appears
Get jerky
unnatural.
with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Yep, that's it. That's the jam.
Love me some Will Smith.
Yep. Ow! Can you not? Jesus.
Well, you already did. You can't undo it.
Like this part is it's testing me.
Don't get cocky, kid!
I'm not. I'm gonna Phoenix thing. And I'll bring Yuna in so that she can get some XP, some sweet XP. Did I get full life yet?
Full life is maxing out their health too.
Yeah, it'll bring them back with max health. Or it'll one-shot a zombied enemy. It's like, oh, I'm back, guys.
Yeah.
Got it. Heck
Talent
yeah, I
for
got a trophy for
acquisition.
stealing enough.
Yee-wee.
Sick. Now we can have this conversation again.
They'll be upon us.
They did not add. That was one of the best things that the
Kingdom Hearts
HD's versions did, was they added skip cutscene. And I don't skip cutscenes in general unless I'm rewatching them. And some boss fights have like cutscenes before them that are just like hard boss fights. I mean, I'm now very Jozu at Kingdom Hearts, so I don't lose boss fights. But when I was becoming Jozu, and I was losing boss fights back in the day, like fighting Riku at the end, that like fight in Hollow Bastion with Riku, I died so many times for that as a kid, and then there's the longest cutscene before it. Like, I swear, just one of the longest cutscenes in the whole damn game.
Cole still struggled a little bit with that one.
I believe I beat it first try, even on hard mode.
You did, but that doesn't mean you didn't struggle with it a little bit. You can still defeat something first try on
With
hard mode.
Prowess. And ease.
He's being a little salty banana.
Salty banana. That sounds pretty gross.
Yes.
Pretty gross.
I would agree. So your toad is pretty gross if you ask me.
Oh man. Alright, so now we have the Sanctuary Keeper. Let's see.
Salty banana. That's one of my better ones, I would have to say. Salty banana would be a fantastic username. Or band name.
Yeah. Alright, here's what it says for Sanctuary Keeper. It says, cast Reflect on the creature and then summon Aeons that are in overdrive. Each Aeon will only get one shot, and then the Sanctuary Keeper will use Mana Breath to eliminate them. After the Sanctuary Keeper loses half of its health, it'll attempt to cast Curaga on itself, and with Reflect in place, one of your party members will get the reward instead.
Sick. Dog.
What are you doing? Jamie is trying to lick me. She's being weird. Yeah, Dave was saying how, like, final boss fight and the Unalaska boss fight both have, like, long cutscenes.
Yeah, man.
It's just like, yep.
Painful
okay.
if you don't know what you're doing. Oh, shit, my foot's falling asleep.
Oh, shit, indeed.
Man, it's a real bummer that I have to work tomorrow. Not that I dislike my job, because I love my job.
Yeah, it feels like it's the weekend and it's not.
Yeah. I had Taco Bell, I had a glass of wine, I was ready for this weekend.
That's right, I'm still not.
But me and my team have been really good about working during all of this work from home nonsense. And actually, working from home is something that, like, I didn't think... I knew that I was going to have to get used to it, but I didn't realize we were going to have to get used to it. Like,
yeah,
together.
Yeah, and I think part of it, too, is, like, almost being like, hey, you're working,
Excuse me.
I'll just be in the bedroom, you'll be in the living room. You know, you'll be doing your thing. I'll say hi when I get in, but just kind of generally, like, being in the same house, but being separate from each other for,
Yeah.
like, still a large portion of the day.
Yeah. Like, being alone in the same apartment
Yeah.
is a very weird thing to learn. Honestly, it'd be harder if we had a situation where we had our desks in the same space.
Yeah.
That would be way harder. So, I guess I gotta count that as a blessing.
Alright. I'm
But,
not gonna
like-
do grinding before this fight, because I kind of just want to try and get it in on stream before I can end the stream
What
with this
if you
fight.
can't beat it, though?
We'll see. I mean, if not, we didn't lose any progress. There's a save through right there.
Yeah, you just saved, so... I
But
guess it's
yeah.
alright. Yeah, we usually do short burst streams of like 2 hours.
You do like 2 hours. Especially with this game, because it's just like a longer game. You can't just like stream really short with it.
Yeah. But like a lot of people when they stream for like
Oh. Like,
4+ hours.
oh, exactly. Yeah, I'm like, it's crazy how long they stream for.
Because it's that crazy kind of thing, you know, where like people create. All right, Mister. What is happening to Titus?
Everyone has all this. Titus is silenced, asleep, and something else. Aaron is many things. So it says to.
Oh, is them fading in and out of black something?
I believe so.
Oh. Oh, is he zombie?
Yuna's confused. Oh, you could have.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Remember? Don't get cocky, boy.
Yeah, it might be zombie.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I can't overdrive. That's interesting. Is that what it is? This black is something that prevents me from overdriving? Because I have overdrive.
You need to be careful.
I know. I'm not damaging him at all, am I? Yuna knocked herself out of... That's good.
Is there like a clear status effects?
Yeah, as soon as they're
Yeah.
cursed.
Oh, they're all cursed.
And
I see.
oh, does Aaron have darkness?
Yeah.
That's what he does. I need to... Why can't I... There we go. I'm like,
On
I need...
his face. He's still cursed though.
Yeah, Aaron's still cursed. That means I can't use my overdrives.
This is the fight to have the trio of 99.99 for. That fight would have been over already.
The trio? You mean the Magus sisters?
I don't know if he's talking about that or if he's talking about the.
It doesn't have any specifics, so...
Yeah.
One of Riku's mixes.
Are there any status effects on it? Or any, Remember, super fast isn't always the way to go.
Yeah, I was like, why is it not going? That sucked. Let's see.
I feel like I said that last time and you just blocked me out.
It says you're supposed to do it as fast as you can.
But I think the way you're doing it, I think it needs full rotations.
Yeah, like I'm not getting full rotation somehow, because...
Yeah. It's not like Mario Party where it'll just be like, oh, okay, you've hit it.
It has to be a perfect circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need your phone or a laptop or something. I just need to look up how to get rid of Curse, because I can't overdrive with it. And I really need to be able to.
So, try to cure curse?
Yeah. I want to make sure
Okay. Okay.
Alright, he hasn't lost half of his health yet.
Oh my god, there's so many freaking ads on this page. That didn't tell me anything about it, thanks.
I should have checked if he's
Holy
on...
water can cure curse.
Okay. Why did he get 3 attacks?
Or it can cure it from Demon Lith's Pharaoh's Curse.
Yeah, that's the only problem is like I hasted my original party and then switched them all out because they all got cursed and couldn't overdrive anymore.
Yeah, holy water cures curse.
Okay. Why can't I? Because I want to start summoning. I'm liking Dark Bustering him.
Bahamut?
Bahamut. Perfect.
It's like 2.
Yeah, right. But that's good to avoid photon wings with Muhammad. That's pretty cool. I mean, he probably now can't overdrive anymore. But that did a lot of damage. I almost feel like I should just dismiss him and then
summon another one.
And then cast Reflect. Because it said... You're saying boost. Because the thing is, like, it said he'll try and... The guide says he'll cast Curaga on himself once he's below half health. But maybe he won't if an Aeon's out. Nah, that'll probably kill him.
Yeah.
So it said cast Reflect on him with Yuna. Damn it, see, he has another turn. I really needed Yuna's turn to come up.
Immune.
Ah, he's immune to silence because he's going to cure himself now. I knew it. Fuck, that sucked. I was like, I needed to reflect on him with.
Can you reflect attacks?
Riku has her overdrive again, so I'm gonna use it. It said I could use a level 1 Kisir and like a Musk to do something.
Just be careful it's what you want to make.
He's dark and poisoned now. So now let me see. Let me put in. I don't think Kimahri's been in it yet. And I'm gonna. Still under half, but then I'll cast Reflect with this next turn of. There we go. Shit, this isn't good. Oh, this is very bad. Okay. I can't see my characters because they're hiding behind a rock, but Kimahri's silenced and confused and cursed.
And it looks like so is Riku. All bed potion? What is an all... Wait. How would an all bed potion help?
I think it cures status ailments too.
But will it help with the curse? Yes, they're also cursed and confused.
They're confused.
And Yuna is asleep.
Let me bring in Lulu. And I'm going to attack...
Well, physical attacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and she's silenced too. Or she has darkness. And so does Kimahri.
Did I already put Reflect on him?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have it. Oh, yeah, he does. Okay.
Do you want to use Asuna on you?
No, I need to use a holy water. I need to attack Kimahri. Kimahri, can you not dodge it, please? God, Kimahri. God, Kimahri, can you not dodge everything? Okay, let me bring in... man, everyone not being able to overdrive is a real drag. Let's see, I'm going to use a holy water on Arn on himself so that he can overdrive on his next turn. I can't use let's see. I don't think he's hasted.
The poison is gonna take him out eventually, though.
Yeah, that's nice. Arn and him are already hasted. I don't want Kimahri to be hasted because he's confused.
Wouldn't this be a good time to use an item to cure yourself a curse?
I guess so. I've sucked so bad at using I've sucked so bad at using his overdrive.
David, which one's better, Dragon Fang or Shooting Star?
Yeah, I'm wondering which one I should use in this, in this instance. Because overdrives...
Oh god, I don't know.
I don't know if it... Because it says, like, it does delay with Dragon Fang, and it's on all enemies. Shooting Star is one enemy and ejects, but that's not going to do that. And it's just the one where you hit. I'm just going to use Shooting Star. Yes, that's what I wanted.
Missed Kimahri but got Auron.
Right?
Shit.
Oh, that's gonna take some help. Do it to Kimahri, for the love of God. Did he die off of the,
Kickback?
off of the poison damage?
Wow.
No, the poison killed him there.
Wow, that was the...
He died off the poison damage off Riku's Calamity Bomb. Thank God. That stupid Photon Wings attack was brutal. The guide totally didn't mention what Photon Wings did.
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit.
Whew, boy.
Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
Riku's like, okay, fine. Get ready to die. I'm not ready for you to die, but get ready to die.
2 more return spheres there, that's good.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are. We're almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Zanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight Sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
Not yours.
Yeah, because like as far as Auron's concerned, it's like, yeah, basically we kind of just failed.
Make sure you heal everybody.
Yeah, I mean we should just be entering Zanarkand and saving, and that's about it.
Right. Man, it was getting hairy there for a second.
Ooh, it did, yeah. You made it. We're like wrapping up right now.
Oh, Alicia. Welcome.
Yeah, we've been streaming for a little over 2 hours. we just defeated a big boss. Streaming for about 2 hours 15 minutes now.
Well, do you want to make it so you get to the save point?
Oh yeah, I mean I have to get to the save point. So we'll stream for like another couple minutes. I need to get them level 3 key spheres though, so I can continue leveling with her. That'll be like one of my first missions, and like off-camera grinding is to get some level 3 key spheres.
Yeah, man. See?
Look at it.
I posted my story and it
There
has
it is.
City dead for 1,000 years.
He said that way too fast.
He did.
A city I had to see with my own eyes.
High res.
The end of
Boyo.
Yuna's journey.
Titus looks nothing like
The
that.
last chapter in my story. My thoughts, they kept floating up.
I know his eyes are
slipping
blue,
through my
but they're like
fingers,
gold in the.
Yeah, he
slipping
doesn't
away
really look like
before I
his.
could pin them down with words.
And they make everything so much darker in the game textures. Like,
Yuna, I say no.
Ride your wave.
If we go down there, then you'll...
I've never heard of it.
Riku, you're a true friend, and I
ooh,
thank
good
you,
anime,
but
huh?
I must go. Down
I like
to
crying.
Zanarkand.
Well, then
I'm
get
not
ready for
saying
the
we
end of this
shouldn't go.
game.
But should we think about it some more? There's gotta be some kind of way we can save you, Yuna!
All my life, I knew this moment would come.
Yuni...
Thank you.
A sphere fell out of her ass.
Yeah, like, where did
Thank
that
you
come
for
from? What?
everything.
Oh yeah, push those boobies
Hot.
up against her.
It's not over yet.
Tell Sid, thank you.
They're definitely clipping into each other for sure.
Tell him yourself.
Damn, I'm into this.
Please.
Same Alicia.
Don't say that because we're gonna see each other again, okay?
Kimari, let's go.
Nah, everybody's gonna die. Everybody
He's
gonna
like, this
die.
fell out of her butt.
Everybody gonna die.
Still warm.
Smells like her ass. That's not how you activate those, is it?
No.
Ah, that was weird.
Kimari told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimari, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday. I am truly glad that I had that chance. Having you as a guardian was so great an honor. I don't know how to thank you. Perhaps, if I defeat Sin, that will be my thanks to you. That's what I'll do. Yes.
Ah,
I
yes,
will
the magical
challenge
butt
Sin.
plug.
Yeah.
I will defeat
That was.
Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I. I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you. Kimari. Do
I love
you
how
remember
Walker was in
the
a
first
full
day we
sprint
met?
just
I
to
know,
sit
right?
down.
I was only 7. My father had
Wait,
defeated
did she
Sin,
record this for her?
and all Bavel was celebrating.
Yeah, this is like
Everyone
her
was saying what a hero my
her
father
like
was.
message to them
I
for
was
like
so
after she's
happy.
gone, I guess.
But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin,
Waka just chilling.
and now
Yeah,
he was dead.
playing with the grass.
Now,
He's
I
like
was
that kid,
all
you know?
alone.
The one that always
I
played
couldn't
outfield in baseball. Who would
So
just
I
sit in the
wandered
grass
into
and
the
like
town,
pick at the flowers and
away
weeds
from
and
the
stuff.
celebrating crowds. I stood on the bridge in Bavel, where my father and I had parted. Standing there, alone, I could see the fields where he had fought Sin. Then, you appeared, Kimari. You said you were looking for the daughter of Braska, remember? At first, I was so scared. until I realized what a gentle person you are.
Did she like
her voice
pause over
actress
the
is
word
so
person?
Talking to
bad.
children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bevel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then, because that was when I knew my father was dead, and I would never see him again.
She's like, thanks, Kimari,
Yeah.
for letting me know my father was dead.
Without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in
Right.
the care of the temple,
Like a little,
I held on to you
like a little
crying,
flower
don't go,
crown.
don't go. And you listened, Kimari. You stayed. Kimari, thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like they socialize
Thank
at all.
you so much.
Like when they're at outposts and stuff.
And I've always liked your broken horn. Waka, Lulu.
Waka?
Wacka.
I'll never forget my days spent with you, growing up in Besaid. We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why I was always so happy, I think. And when
Not
you
sure though.
refused to let
Not
me
sure if
go
that's why I was
somewhere,
so happy.
and I did it anyway, I'm sorry. I've always wanted
It
to
is a weird
apologize.
It's
cutscene.
so long.
You know,
Because it's kind of, she's not really saying
you tried
anything.
to stop me then. Really,
She's just like
I was happy.
reminiscing.
I could tell you really cared about me.
And yeah, it's like Yuna's
You-
voice
And
She like
actress is just
pauses
so
in the
bad.
weirdest places.
No, I think you really were my big brother and sister.
Ew, weird because they're probably gonna bone after this.
What else?
If they make it, I mean. Because, you know.
I love watching you play blitzball, Waka.
She pronounced it right there.
Yeah.
I even love it when you
Waka?
scold me,
Waka?
Lulu. Really? I guess that leaves the newest guardian,
I can't say his name because
star player of the Xanarkand Abes. You are. I am. Well,
just say it all, Yuna.
I'm glad. I'm glad that we met. We haven't even known each other that long, but it's funny. So this is what it feels like.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined.
You're
can you
a
just-
great friend.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
It hurts sometimes.
oh, that one hurts.
I wonder. I just want to say thank you for everything.
It's a 4-letter word.
Maybe,
Fuck.
maybe that's why it hurts. When I
You're
I
just
think
a
about us
Tuesday.
never being
I'm a
together
famous
again.
athlete.
I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that.
This is when we came out and talked to her because all this happened like in the game earlier.
Well, yeah, I could tell because they're in a location that they haven't been to in a bit.
What you up to?
End recording.
Exactly. Aw, the butt plug had nice things to say.
It did. It had pretty things to say.
Bato ta ta
I can see
ta
a cool
ta
view.
do. Cue the
We're about to reach the opening cutscene.
Don't worry, it's only 10 more minutes of this.
This is where the opening cutscene takes place.
I was about to go into the ending theme for Howl's
Moving Castle. Yeah, I could tell.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
I wish I actually knew the words though, so I didn't just sound like an asshole.
See, this is it.
Yes, thank you.
Mm.
I knew what cutscene you were referring to. Yeah, I deserved that finger. Juicy when you're trolling Titus, they can get away. Oh god.
So now that you reach this in game, you're just like, man.
This is depressing.
Yeah. Everyone's like, well, Yuna's about to die. We've succeeded in our journey. And
the opening cutscene is one of the most depressing scenes in the game. Also, is this just like faith energy floating around him? Like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that floaty bits? Just thousands of fiends?
Yeah. Shimmery farplane goodness.
Ooh, farplane. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, those little things are usually like souls, like unsent souls and stuff.
That's why I'm just kind of like, what?
I always thought too that would make a dope tattoo, like the Blitzball with Titus's sword and the staff.
Mm-hmm.
You could do like a Final Fantasy X version of my tattoo with like the cross staff and Brotherhood, and then Titus and
yeah.
If you were a big
FFX
fan.
Fin fan.
Did you know that among like Japanese audience, like if you pull like I said like whenever they do polls or something, like what people's favorite Final Fantasy game is in Japan, it typically comes out to be 10.
Weird.
I think that's interesting because in the US you probably get 7.
To my story.
Or 6.
Yeah.
This may be our last chance.
My voice isn't dumb anymore. Now I have a sexy man voice. But man, that song's pretty. The souls of the friend zone. That's exactly what they are. It's all the people who got friend zoned and their soul just left their body in response.
Anyone?
I think...
Yes?
Nobody's in the
I think that
freaking
we
mood,
should
Titus.
stop. Maybe. For now.
She said it.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
Wait, we should stop for now, but just kidding, we're going?
Yeah,
What's going on here? What are we doing?
I am so confused.
I know, that was a weird... I kind of missed what happened there. I was like,
It seemed like Titus was getting him to do something. And then Yuna was like, no, I think we should rest. And then she's like, alright, time to go!
Yeah.
It does kind of seem like they're trying to ditch Titus at this point. She's like, I love you, but I can't tell you that, so... I'm not gonna.
Not gonna do it. Well, sick. That was actually pretty long. We streamed full 2.5 hours because there was 15 minutes of cutscene right there at the end.
15 minutes of cutscene.
That was a good session, though, honestly, because we got
We got
two
hella
boss
fighting
fights.
in there, yeah.
We got 2 boss fights and like the most like plot dense part of the game.
Yeah.
Where we learned all the things.
Yeah, man.
So that was pretty cool, and some fun emotional stuff.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
oh, the emotional was Yuna.
Dude, you should see if you can make Yuna's dress in Animal Crossing so you can be able to summon her.
Yeah. It's a depressing ass person to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Glad you're able to make it for a bit. Yeah, so we probably have like, I don't know, 2 sessions left or something of playing. I mean, it depends. Like, I feel like we could finish it in like
Before the end of this year, definitely.
before the end of this year. Yeah, I feel like we could finish it like in another like 2 sessions. But there's side stuff to do, which I'll probably do like off stream, because I'll probably do like some side quest stuff and get like Yojimbo and the Magus sisters and And what's his name? What's Seymour's Aeon? Anima. I get Anima.
Chain Mummy Boy.
Do you know his mom is a Faith?
Wow.
Yeah, she became a Faith, and she summons Anima. And I was like, that's weird that like she became a Faith so that she could summon an Aeon just for her son, and that's what she came up with. Anima. Like, come on. Like, that's pretty weird, Mrs. Guado.
Yeah. Miss
like,
Guado.
It's just like weird.
Yes, Alicia, I will definitely text you before the next one.
So, anyways, yeah, I know you can be here for the exciting conclusion of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah,
Yep, that's what we're playing, Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, Animu game, something or other. But yeah, like I said, probably about 2 more sessions, and then I'll probably do like side stuff in between. Because basically, like, you go through Zanarkand, and then you hop on the airship to like do the final showdown with Shin. That's what Sid sounds like. Me and Brian always say that to each other, like, it's time for the final showdown with Shin.
Final showdown with Shin.
But
and then maybe The Witcher 3 is what I'll play after this.
yeah, we were talking about like, oh, what do we want to stream after this? And I was like, it's about time for like Jamie to play a stream game. So we were thinking Jamie play Witcher 3.
Because I have it.
And then
I just haven't picked it up in a long ass time.
And then I can chill here.
Yeah, man.
Well, Jamie games.
Here.
So
yeah, get some Geralt booty in here.
Hell yeah. So yeah, probably once we finish this, it'll be Witcher 3. So then Alicia will have a Witcher commission coming your way.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have to be the Witcher.
Well, you could be Ciri. Ciri's a Witcher.
Yeah, but like, does my kind. That sounds weirdly sexual, but also.
So do you want to be like a buff? Like if we do like a commission, you could be like a super buff like Witcher, but you could still be like a buff lady Witcher, and then I could be what's his name, the bard that's not in the game. But
oh my god, yes!
I could be.
I love
what's
that.
his name? Yaskir?
I don't even remember.
I think it's Yaskir.
I don't remember because everybody refers to him as Bard. I feel like you don't hear his name that often in the show.
I feel like it was Yaskir was his name. But is he even a character in the game though? Or was he invented for the show?
No, he was invented for the show, I think. Or he may have been in the books, but he wasn't in the game.
I'd rather be Yennefer anyways. Yennefer is hot as shit.
She didn't start out as hot.
Yaskir.
Yaskir.
Oh, dude.
That's
Anyways,
what it is.
I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I'm excited for some sweet Witcher gameplay. I'm excited for Jamie to play because
in the book, his name is Dandelion or something. With 2 words or with 1 word, David?
Dude, I want to be Dandelion. That's dope. Also, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Dandelion, and it's one of my freaking favorite cards.
That's cool. We'll play The Witcher sometime, and then,
David's over there laughing like Skeletor.
Oh, Alicia wouldn't be able to see the link because she joined a lot later.
I'll DM you on Twitter the video we're talking about, Alicia.
Oh my gosh,
funny.
it's too funny.
Anyways.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, guys.
Nice chilling with you guys. We will we'll catch you later. It's Jamie's bedtime. It's a school night.
It's a school night.
Alright guys, we'll see you later.
Night, friends.
Oh. Maybe.